December 11, 2023, a date that will go down in Indian legal history. On this day, 5 of India's most senior judges delivered a landmark judgment that changed the constitutional landscape of Jammu and Kashmir forever. For decades, Article 370 was the cornerstone of the region's unique relationship within India, granting it a special status unlike any other state. But was this status meant to last forever? The Supreme Court finally gave its answer, and today we are diving into the 476-page verdict to understand why Article 370 was abrogated and what the court decided and what this means for the future of the region. To understand the verdict, we have to go back to 1949. Article 370 was drafted as a temporary provision to facilitate the integration of Jammu and Kashmir into the Union of India following a period of warlike instability. It allowed the state to have its own constitution, its own flag, and significant autonomy over most matters except defense, foreign affairs, and communications. Fast forward to August 5, 2019. The Union government took a bold step through a series of presidential orders and parliamentary resolutions. It revoked Jammu and Kashmir's special status and bifurcated the state into 2 union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. This move was immediately challenged, leading to the historical constitutional battle we saw in the Supreme Court. The court's decision rested on 2 major pillars. First, was Article 370 permanent? The bench held a firm no. They concluded that Article 370 was always a transitional arrangement meant to ease Jammu and Kashmir's integration into India. Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud noted that its placement in Part 21 of the Constitution, which deals with temporary and transitional provisions, made its nature abundantly clear. And second, did Jammu and Kashmir retain its sovereignty? Again, the court ruled no. It found that when Jammu and Kashmir joined India via the instrument of accession, it surrendered its sovereignty completely. The J&K Constitution itself stated that the state is an integral part of the Union of India, and there was no mention of separate sovereignty in its constitution or preamble. The court emphasized that while J&K enjoyed a different degree of autonomy, it was not a different degree or kind of sovereignty than any other Indian states. So, beyond the law, why was this change made? The government argued that Article 370 hindered development and acted as a barrier to national security. And since the abrogation, the data shows a significant shift. Like the terrorist incidents have reportedly decreased by over 50% since the abrogation of Article 370. So while the court upheld the abrogation, it also looked towards the future of restoration. And the bench directed the Government of India to restore the J&K's statehood as soon as possible and ordered that Legislative Assembly elections should be held by 2024. Perhaps the most emotional part of the verdict came from Justice S.K. Kaul. In a concurring opinion, he recommended setting up a Truth and Reconciliation Commission, similar to post-apartheid South Africa, to address human rights violation by both the state and the non-state actors since 1980s. He described it as a necessary step for reparation for generations that grew up in distrust. So for more such updates, do follow the channel. Thank you so much.